Hey guys, how's it going? Enjoy your social life now, because today I'm bringing you 10 new PS5 exclusive games that will end your social life when they are released. So without further ado, let's start the list with Death Stranding 2, the highly anticipated sequel to the acclaimed game Death Stranding, a PlayStation 5 exclusive developed by Kojima Productions and directed by Hideo Kojima. The game continues the story of Sam Porter Bridges, once again portrayed by Norman Reedus, on a new post-apocalyptic journey in an expansive open world. The plot introduces new characters, including Elle Fanning as Tomorrow and Léa Seydoux as Fragile, and explores themes of human connection in a setting full of challenges and mysteries. The gameplay maintains key elements from the first game, such as cargo delivery and open-world exploration. However, Death Stranding 2 promises to expand these mechanics with new options for dealing with human and supernatural enemies. The game features different environments and terrains, uniquely interconnected, offering distinct challenges for the player. Interaction with the environment and player decisions can influence the experience of other players, suggesting a shared world element. Ghost of Yõtei is one of the most anticipated games of 2025, a PlayStation 5 exclusive developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony. It's a standalone sequel to the acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima from 2020, but with a new story, protagonist, and setting, while maintaining the core elements that made the first game a success. Yõtei presents a completely new narrative, with no direct connection to the story of Jin Sakai, protagonist of Ghost of Tsushima. The new heroine is Atsu, a solitary mercenary driven by revenge, described as the Onryo, a vengeful spirit in Japanese mythology. The story takes place 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima at the beginning of the Edo period in 1603. 16 years ago, in the Izo region, an outlaw gang known as the Yõtei Six killed Atsu's family and left her for dead, tied to a burning ginkgo tree. Surviving the trauma, Atsu learned to fight, hunt, and kill. Now, she returns to Izo with a list of 6 names to avenge her family, using the same katana that pinned her to the tree.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito?
I'm sorry it came to this, little wolf.
Situ Rainu. Why do you always call me that?
It means one who is easily lost in the hunt.
I have to go home. Back where all this started.
Ballad of Antara is a free-to-play action RPG with a focus on co-op, scheduled for release in 2025 for PlayStation 5. Developed by Infold Games and published by Tipsworks, the game features a dark fantasy world with 2 planes of existence, a common world and a mystical realm called Para, full of dangers and mysteries. Gameplay focuses on exploring these worlds, fighting enemies, and recovering the lost essences of the land. The game supports up to 3 players in cooperative mode, allowing players to complete story missions, explore the world, and discover dungeons together. Players take on the role of emissaries, powerful entities that manipulate fundamental essences, each with unique classes, abilities, and stories. The game world is vast and diverse, with multiple regions, varied landscapes, and unique biomes, meticulously designed to offer an immersive exploration experience. The game will support the DualSense controller's haptic feedback and adaptive trigger functionalities.
This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Lost Soul Aside is an action-adventure RPG developed by Ultizero Games and published by Sony. Initially a solo project by Yang Bing, the game caught Sony's attention, which included it in the China Hero Project, a program supporting Chinese developers. The story follows Kaiser on a journey to save his sister Louisa and humanity from dimensional invaders called Void Drax. The player controls Kaiser in a frantic action combat system, combining weapon combos and special abilities. The game features a character evolution system, allowing Kaiser to acquire new skills and enhance his fighting style through a skill tree and weapon customization. Explore diverse worlds and dimensions, facing challenging enemies and imposing bosses. The game features a semi-open world with varied scenarios, including sunny plains, ancient ruins, alien relics, and alternative dimensions. Lost Soul Aside was designed with the PS5 hardware in mind, offering specific optimizations for the console. Where Winds Meet is an open-world action RPG with wuxia elements, developed by Everstone Studio and published by NetEase Games. The game is set during the Five Dynasties and Ten Kingdoms era, a period of great political turbulence and conflict in China in the late 10th century. You take on the role of a young swordmaster on a journey to unravel the mysteries of your own identity. The narrative is choice-driven, allowing the player to shape their destiny in a world full of political intrigue, power struggles, and epic battles. Combat is compared to games like Sekiro, focused on deflection, and Ghost of Tsushima, fluidity and variety, but with greater depth due to customization and multiple weapons. The game is optimized for the DualSense, with adaptive trigger support and advanced haptic feedback, offering a more immersive experience. Phantom Blade Zero is an upcoming action RPG developed by S-Game, a Chinese developer. The game stands out for its unique blend of frantic combat, inspired by titles like Ninja Gaiden, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and Sifu, with elements of exploration and character progression reminiscent of Souls-like games like Dark Souls and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Combat in Phantom Blade Zero is the main focus, featuring a parry and counterattack system similar to Sekiro, but with much greater speed and agility. The game emphasizes fast and precise strikes, with different weapon types including serpent swords that promise extremely fast combat and precise blows, inspired by classic martial arts films. The demo presented at events like Summer Game Fest and Gamescom showed a fluid and challenging combat system, even without the need to fully master the controls. Although the Souls-like inspiration is evident, the game is not intended to be a direct copy. While the map may resemble From Software games, the emphasis is on fast-paced action and visceral combat, rather than relentless difficulty and methodical exploration. Saros is an anticipated third-person action game developed by Housemarque, the studio behind the acclaimed Returnal. Announced in February 2025 during a Sony State of Play, the game promises to evolve the roguelike formula established in Returnal, offering an even more challenging and rewarding experience. Its release is scheduled for 2026, exclusively for PlayStation 5, with enhancements for the PlayStation 5 Pro. The story of Saros takes place in Carcosa, an extraterrestrial colony lost under a menacing eclipse. Saros maintains Returnal's roguelike structure, where death results in a new game cycle with changes in the world and challenges. However, Housemarque promises a more complex death system. The permanent progression system allows the player to upgrade their equipment, weapons, and suits with each death, making them stronger with each attempt.
Madness reigns. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.
Marvel's Wolverine is an upcoming game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony for the PlayStation 5. Based on the iconic Marvel comic book character, Wolverine, the game promises an original experience, inspired by the rich mythology of the comics, but also incorporating elements from other adaptations of the character. The game follows James Logan Howlett, also known as Wolverine, an immortal mutant with retractable adamantium claws, heightened senses, and an accelerated healing factor. While specific plot details are scarce, an original adventure is expected that explores new facets of the character, in addition to elements already known to fans. Considering Insomniac Games' success with the Spider-Man franchise and Wolverine's popularity, expectations for this game are extremely high. The promise of an original experience faithful to the character's essence, combined with the developer's technical expertise, suggests a promising title for fans of action games and the Marvel Universe. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog for the PlayStation 5. Expected to kick off a new franchise for the developer, it marks the studio's first original story since 2013's The Last of Us. The game has been in development since 2020 and features a soundtrack composed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Set approximately 2,000 years in the future, in an alternative universe where advanced space travel has existed since 1986, the game follows bounty hunter Jordan Munn. She becomes stranded on a remote planet, Semperia, while tracking the legendary criminal organization 5 Aces. The narrative explores themes of faith and religion, with inspiration from anime like 1988's Akira and 1998's Cowboy Bebop. Neil Druckmann, creative director and screenwriter, describes the story as an exploration of what happens when you put your faith in different institutions. Neil Druckmann described the gameplay as the deepest we've ever done, although he did not elaborate on what that means. The trailer shows Jordan Munn on a spaceship before descending to a planet to fight a giant robot with a red sword. The game has also been described as focusing on loneliness and the experience of feeling lost.
Excellent.
How is that excellent? It's next to fucking Semperia. No one has left that planet in over 600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again.
Superstitions.
No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened on that planet. These are facts.
You worry too much.
You know what, I worry just the right amount. I say we wait for him to leave, or how about we find a new lead? He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Can you please claim him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He clearly is.
He is clearly desperate.
And so am I, so claim him, or I will find another agent.
Yeah, that's the deal with your fucking shit. Okay, alright, you know what? There, you're the boss.
Thank you.
Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Fairgames is a live service game developed by Haven Studios, a studio acquired by Sony in 2022. Officially announced during the PlayStation Showcase in May 2023, the title promises a modern take on the heist genre, combining elements of action, strategy, and competitive multiplayer gameplay. Fairgames is set in a futuristic world where economy and survival are intertwined in a high-tension scenario. Players take on the role of robbers in a secret movement that aims to steal from the ultra-rich to rebalance the scales of a decadent society, evoking a modern Robin Hood vibe. The narrative promises to reveal dark secrets and unexpected alliances with a systemic and constantly evolving world focused on freedom, excitement, and fun. The game is described as a competitive heist game with a mix of battle royale and extraction shooter elements compared to titles like Fortnite and The Division. Well, that's the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you next time.